But we trust in Jehovah God. Because we trust in you, we are blessed. Father, may your blessing rest upon us today as we look into your word. The promise that follow those that study your word, may he be upon us, upon our family, in Jesus' name. Father, anyway we have sinned against you throughout the whole week, Father, you forgive us. Bless us, Lord God of Israel, and let your blessing be upon us in Jesus' name as we look into your word. In Jesus' name. Amen. Praise the Lord. Today we are going to be looking at a new topic. The children of Israel defeat the northern army and the surrounding kingdom. You know, sometimes people think multitude is power. With God, majority may not be majority in the sight of God. But majority is the one that does God's will. Israel was a small, little nation. They were just a ragtag army. They didn't really have the military might or the power to fight all these surrounding nations. But one thing that was assured is that these children of Israel, they put their trust in the Almighty God. And because they put their trust in Him, the surrounding nations that were bigger than them, God assured them, don't be afraid, don't be discouraged, don't let this multitude frighten you. We can see so many nations that gang up against the children of Israel, a small little nation, to fight against them, thinking that might is power. But in the sight of God, might is not necessarily power. So the children of Israel were not afraid. They were not discouraged. They put their full confidence in God. And because they have that confidence in God, they were able to go out with full force, with God on their side, and defeat nations. There were 10 times larger than they are. Army that was so numerous. The Bible says, like the sand of the sea. And the Lord was able to really defeat them. Today, God is looking for men and women who will put their trust in Him. If you put your trust in God, the Lord is able to fight with you, fight for you, and help you to defeat your enemy. So, the Lord is calling men and women who will be ready and who will be working with Him. Are you ready to work with God? Do you want God to work with you? Don't worry about whatever you are going through. So, the Lord is able, more than able, abundantly able to do everything that you put your trust in Him. All that God wants us to do is put your confidence in Him. May the Lord God help us in Jesus' name. So today we are looking for men and women who will truly serve God. I don't know what you are going through today. I don't know what forces that are against you, but one thing is very sure. One thing is very sure. The Lord is more than able, and is more than able to defeat all the enemy. And if you put your confidence in God truly, no matter whatever you are going through right now, it may seem that it's insurmountable. But with your trust and confidence in God, you are abundantly able to do that. What amazes me in this Bible study today is that here is Joshua. Here is the children of Israel. You know, when you see sometimes you see a big problem, the problem looks so huge. You say, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to take care of this problem? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? But you know, people that don't know God, they get discouraged. I listen to news every day. And I read also the printed news. When people have this huge problem, they just look at the north, they look at the south, they look at the east, they find that there's no hope. They want to commit suicide. They want to kill themselves, or they want to do something terrible. They are actually suicide prone. They want somebody to kill them because they think all hope is lost. But the children of Israel, they had huge army. Oh my God, I read it, I said, oh my God. I went to look at other research to see how huge this army was. These are huge, mighty nation. This nation have been there for a long time. Here is a ragtag army. They don't have nothing. They want to fight against this nation. And you look at this soldier, they have chariot, they have horses, they have everything. The children of Israel don't have nothing. They don't have nothing at all. They don't even have enough spear or sword to fight those days. And they want to fight against these soldiers that have chariot, they have horses, they have everything. Well, you may be frightened, say, oh, I'm not going to fight with these people. I don't want to die. But the Lord said, do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let us look at Joshua chapter 11. We're going to look at Joshua chapter 11 today, chapter 12 and chapter 13. When the king Jabin of Hazor heard what had happened, he sent messengers to the foreign king, King Jabba of Medo, the king of Semron, the king of Asphar, all the kings of the northern hill country, the kings in the Jordan Valley, south of Galilee, the king in the Galilee foothill, the king of Naphodol on the west, the king of Canaan, both east and west, the king of the Amorite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite in the hill country, and the Hivite in the downs, in the towns on the slope of the Mount Hermon, in the land of Mizpah. All these kings came out to fight. Their combined armies formed a vast horde. If you look at horde like the sand of the seashore, a vast horde with all their horses and chariots, they covered the landscape like the sand on the seashore. The king joined forces and established their camp around the water near Meron to fight against Israel. Listen, they want to fight against a small little nation. This is not even a nation. You cannot call Israel a nation that time. They were just a ragtag army. They don't have nothing. They're just like guerrilla warfare. Then the Lord said to Joshua, don't be afraid of them. By this time tomorrow, I will hand all of them over to you as dead men. Then you must cripple their horses and burn their chariots. So Joshua and all the fighting men traveled to the water near Meron and attacked suddenly. And the Lord gave them victory over their enemies. The Israelites chased them as far as Greater Sodom and Meshorat Maim and eastward in the valley of Mizpah until not one enemy warrior was left alive. Then Joshua crippled the horses and burned all the chariots as the Lord had instructed. Oh my God. I say, our God is a mighty warrior. Our God is a victorious army. So number one, we are still fighting today. But the battle you and I are fighting, they're not physical battle. It could be spiritual. You know, everything that happened in the physical had to happen in the spiritual. The Lord told Joshua, don't be afraid. These soldiers are alive. They are huge. You can see them with their faces, with their sword, with their chariot, with their horses, with everything. And you hear a voice say, don't be afraid. What? Don't be afraid. By this time tomorrow, I will hand all of them over to you as dead men. I will hand over to you, to the Israelites. They are going to be dead men. You mean, he said, all of a sudden, the children of Israel attacked them. Meaning, the trouble you are going through today may look insurmountable, may look great. You may think, oh no, you don't understand. I cannot be able to overcome this trouble. Relax. Relax, don't worry. The children of Israel will be frightened. But the Lord say, don't be afraid. Why does the Bible always use that word? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know, fear is dilapidating. When you have fear, you are paralyzed. When you have fear, fear can destroy you. I had a young man I was working with one time. This guy looked very smart, very huge, very intelligent. He speaks very well. He writes very well. We're having a test at work. We're having training. And you have to pass to move to the next stage. And this guy just said, I'm going to the lunch. And I called him after lunch was over. I said, where are you? He said, oh, I'm not coming to work. I said, why? He said, oh, I don't think I can do this job. I said, who told you that? He said, oh, this is too hard for me. The guy said, I'm not coming. I said, you better come. You cannot just leave that. If you don't come, I will come to get people to get you from your home. Come to work. He came. And every morning, little thing, when he just sees his test, he'll be frightened. His hand will be sweating. I said, why are you afraid? You can do it. This guy has a degree. How do you pass through university? Share. The guy started working one day. He just left. He didn't show up. He said, oh, I don't want to work no more. I said, what? I called him, he never answered. That's how the guy just left his job. So, you know, fear can destroy people. Fear. But the children of Israel say, do not be afraid. Are you afraid of the future? Are you afraid tomorrow? I don't know what you're afraid of. Every now and then I try to calm my family down. Oh, dad, this thing, dad. I say, just relax. The battle is not by multitude. That people say, oh, I have the money, I have the education, I have that. But that does not mean nothing in the sight of God. But if you trust in God, you put your confidence in God, you put your trust in God, brothers and sisters, just relax. I was reading the book of Proverbs during the week. You see, Proverbs 10:22, it is the blessing of God that makes you rich. It does not add sorrow. You want to be blessed? It's not by your power. It's not by your education. It's not even by your strength. Just put your trust in God. Bit by bit, the Lord will begin to bless you. Joshua then turned back and captured Hazor, killed the king. Hazor had at one time been the capital of all these kingdoms. The Israelites completely destroyed every living thing in the city, leaving no survivor, but not a single person was spared. And then Joshua burned the city. Verse 12, Joshua slaughtered all the other kings and their people, completely destroying them, just as Moses, the servant of the Lord, had commanded. But the Israelites did not burn any of the towns built on Mount, except Hazor, which Joshua burned. And the Israelites took all the plunder and livestock of the ravaged towns for themselves, but they killed all the people living. They killed all the people, leaving no survivor, as the Lord had commanded his servant Moses. So Moses commanded Joshua, and Joshua did as he was told, completely, carefully obeying all the command that the Lord has given to Moses. You know the word there, completely and obeying. That's where the blessing lies. You know, there are people who want to serve God haphazard. They serve God, they go to church today, tomorrow they don't want to go to church. They read the Bible today, tomorrow they don't want to read the Bible. When they have a little obstacle, a little discouragement, a little hiccup, a little problem. Oh, no, I'm not going to go to church. I can't read my Bible no more. I don't have nothing to do with God. That is the strategy of the devil, to discourage you. The devil wants to magnify your problem bigger than it actually is. You know, the strategy of any warfare, I read so many books on warfare, the physical warfare and the spiritual warfare. There's war of psychology. You first of all make your enemy to look bigger than you are. That is what the devil does. And they tell you, when you are fighting with wild animal, don't make yourself look too small. The animal will eat you. But if you see the animal, magnify your strength, expose your body, make yourself look big, and look at the animal in the eyes. When the animal sees, say, oh no, this is a big, I'm going to be a prey. He wants to run away. But if you are frightened, then the animal want to eat you. That is the strategy of the devil. You know, devil is a roaring lion. Look into the word roaring lion. It's not a lion. Like a roaring lion. It's not a lion. He wants to magnify himself. Remember, as I always tell people, we are from the tribe of Judah. We belong to the lion of the tribe of Judah. Don't mess with lion. Don't play with lion. Lion is going to eat you. So when you minimize your strength, even though you are a lion, a little rat can chase you. But when you magnify your power, the one that is behind you, then the devil will fly away. Wherever I go, it doesn't matter wherever I am. I let people know I am a servant of God. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my God. We are from the tribe of Judah. If you mess with me, you're going to find yourself in a serious trouble. But if you go there, you're fighting. So that's all right. And God, I'm a little worm. I'm not a worm. I will never be a worm. I am from the tribe of Judah, and I belong to the lion of the tribe of Judah. Don't mess with lion. If you mess with lion, you're going to be in serious trouble. So the children of Israel knew who they were. Do you know who you are? You know, tough times do not last. Tough people do. I don't care the problem you are having today. These soldiers were so many. The Bible says horde. Go and check the definition of horde. They are like the sand of the seashore. There are so many. They have chariots. They have horses. They have military equipment. But those that don't win the battle Those are not with the battle. There are people today who are defeated. You and I in an advanced country, we're in the United States, where this word is coming from. For those of us in other parts of the world who will listen to this word later on, or who are listening right now, the question there is, what is discouraging you? The country you have nothing to do with your success. Have nothing to do with your lifestyle. If you put your confidence in God, I say it over and over and over, because we are looking at the history of a people of God. They are coming from a foreign country, and the Lord already promised them this thing. You and I have a promise. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. If you put your confidence in God, you put your trust in God, you trust God with all of your heart, wherever you are right now, don't be in a rush. Small, God will bless you. Step by step, line by line, chapter by chapter, verse by verse. Follow the complete word of God carefully. Obey all the commands that the Lord has said. I make my little boy to be reading the book of Proverbs. I had to make him to understand I take him to the commentary to understand why the proverb was written, what the proverb is for. I said, if you understand the Bible, you have good education, you are on the way to success. But if you don't have the Bible, you don't have the word of God in your heart, the Bible tells us what to do. So Joshua obeyed all the commands carefully. Are you obeying the command of the Lord? He said, don't let this word depart from your heart. Don't let it depart from your mouth. You may have a problem. Bible never promised us we're not going to have a problem. I see so many pastors, people sending to me from all over the whole world. I said, that is not who we are. We are the children of the Most High God. We must obey God. We live an honest life. I never want to cheat somebody. I say, I rather want people to cheat me. Because I know when they cheat me, it's not going to go well with them. Wherever I go, I tell people, I say, I'm a man of God. I will prefer you show me kindness, because we are from the tribe of Judah. If you mess with us, you are messing with the whole universe. And the universe is on our side. Let that concept be with you all the time. I don't care what trouble you are going through today. They'll be over tomorrow. It could be academics, could be physical challenges, could be financial challenges, could be anything. Put your trust and confidence in God. So Joshua conquered the entire region, the hill country, the entire Negev, the whole area around the town of Goshen, the western foothill, the Jordan Valley, the mountain of Israel, and the Galilean foothill. The Israelite territory now extends all the way from Mount Helek, which leads up to Seir in the south, as far north as Begad, at the foot of Mount Hermon, in the valley of Lebanon. This is a big land. Joshua killed all the kings of those territories, waging war for a long time to accomplish this. No one in this region made peace with the Israelites except the Hivites of Gibeon. All the other towns were defeated, for the Lord hardened their hearts and caused them to fight the Israel. So they were completely destroyed without mercy, as the Lord had commanded Moses. There are people, they are rebellious, they are stubborn, they are obstinate. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to believe the word of God. They could be your boss at the office. Or when you say you're a Christian, I don't want to hear about your Christianity. Forget about it, Christianity. If you're a Christian, how come these things like this? I look at this and I say, excuse me. What are you talking about? You have no part in this, something we're discussing about. You have no law. Be careful. The leadership position you have doesn't mean nothing. It can be taken away from you tomorrow. Of course, most people I talk to, I let them know I'm a man of God, they respect me. Even when I'm talking to policemen, when the policeman stops me and say, hey, how you doing? I say, I'm a man of God. He say, okay. Can I have your driver license? I look at it, I say, okay. I say, be careful. Don't say anything. Say, I haven't said nothing. I say, I'm just letting you know. I'm a servant of God. I'm an ambassador. Say, okay, don't worry. Just take your this and go. So you have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, the devil will mess with you. Joshua knew who he was. He obeyed all the command of the Lord. And as he was told, he did what he was told to do. Are you obeying the command of the Lord? I don't mean going to church. You cannot put your leg in the church or reading the Bible haphazardly and expect God to bless you. When I say blessing, it may not necessarily be money. There are a lot of people that have money but don't have peace. They don't have joy. And there are people also that spend all the little money they have on medicine. The medicine is very, very expensive in the United States of America, where this word is coming from. Extremely expensive. But if you are not sick, it's a blessing itself. So, do not be afraid. Verse 21. So, during this period, Joshua destroyed all the descendants of Anak. Those are giants who live in the hill country of Hebron, Deborah, Anab, and the entire hill country of Judah and Israel. He killed them all and completely destroyed their towns. None of the descendants of Anak were left in all the land of Israel. Those some still remain in Gaza, Gath, and Ashdod. So Joshua took control of the entire land, just as the Lord had instructed Moses. He gave it to the people of Israel as their special possession, dividing the land among the tribes. So the land finally had rest from war. May God bless us and bless the word in Jesus' name. You know, when you have defeated your enemy, there are going to be peace, rest. You know, the Bible says, there remaineth therefore rest to the people of God. You want to have rest? Learn to read your Bible, learn to meditate on the word of God. Don't look at your circumstances. I talk to people all the time. Other people call me during the week. I talk to people also. They tell me one problem or the other. The first thing I tell somebody, I say, don't get discouraged. I was talking to a young man the other time. He said, Pastor, I'm looking for this thing for a long time. This is the problem I'm having. This is the problem I'm having. I have this problem. Oh, life is very tough right now. I say, stop. He said, why do you say that? I say, your trouble is over. He said, why? I said, because you are inviting God into your life right now. I said, okay, I'm going to pray for you. I said, Father, you know what this young man is looking for? You know his concern. As your representative, I release the angel of God from heaven right now. Wherever that thing is that he's looking for, bring it to pass. Locate it now. I say, my brother, I'm not going to tell you this prayer is going to be answered in 100 years' time. I said, I give you 72 hours. Whatever you're looking for right now, you'll get it. The following day, he called me. He said, Pastor, guess what? That thing I was looking for yesterday, I have found it. And the problem is over. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, oh, I don't want to thank God. I want to thank you. He said, Pastor, what can I do for you? I said, I don't have anything I'm selling. I don't sell anything. So just go ahead and thank God. He said, really? I said, yes. He said, my problem is over. He was so tormented. He was worried. He said, I found it. The problem is over. He was looking for a large sum of money to solve a problem. And the Lord provided the solution. So what am I trying to say? Don't magnify your problem. If I never talked to him that day, he was so depressed. He was feeling so, I don't think life worth living. I said, why? Because of that is nothing. That's a little problem. I said, no, don't worry. I'm a man of God. I'm going to tell my father to solve the problem for you. We prayed, and less than 24 hours, the problem was solved. What am I trying to tell you? That don't magnify your problem. As I always tell you guys, I tell people all the time, you can write to me. Other people do write to me from all over the whole world, and I write back to them, pray for them. I say, I'm praying for you right now. As you receive this prayer in writing, God is already into your business. You just relax. You are within my area, call me, I'll pray for you. Bible says, one shall chase 1,000, two shall chase 10,000, three shall chase 100,000, four shall chase 1,000,000. So mathematically, when you are on the side of God, you are victorious. Don't be discouraged. Don't be frightened. Don't let anything bother you. I never get bothered because the God we are serving is an awesome God. We minimize God. We trivialize God. Put your confidence in God. Pray and believe. Don't pray haphazardly. When you pray, believe that what you are praying, God is going to answer it. And that is the key to success. May God help us in Jesus' name. So today, I tell you, a lot of time I tell even my family, I said, don't get worried. Just relax. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. And the other time I was talking to my son, Dad, this and that. I said, son, don't worry. One thing I do know, when I pray, God answers my prayer. And that's one thing I do know. I tell people, I say, don't let me be upset with you. Whenever I go to where, when I'm dealing with people in the business area, I say, I'm a man of God. If I were you right now, you know what I would do? I will give this thing to this man for free. If I were you. I say, but I may not want you to give it to me for free. I will still want to pay you, but don't have any mind to cheat me. Because if you cheat me, you are putting yourself into a big trouble. As I'm telling the gospel truth. You may look at me and say, hey, I say, the power of God is displayed in a very weak form. When you see Elijah, this guy was hungry. I say, God, why? But he told the woman, give me food and let me eat first. You'll be all right. Oh, the woman said, this is the only food that's remaining. If we eat this food, we're going to die. The man of God said, you don't worry. Elisha was coming from receiving mantle from Elijah. And these men, these little boys, 50 of them, they were thrown dust into the air because this man was bald. He was limping. One of his legs was not good. One was longer than the other leg. This is a man of God. I said, what? And this guy was limping. They saw him. They say, old man, bald-headed man, you old man, bald-headed man. The man looked at him, the sun was shining, and this guy was sweating, and this is a man of God. Bald-headed man, the children were throwing dust into the air. Why? Why are you doing that to me? Because I'm limping, I have a bald head, doesn't mean nothing. Anyway, to keep long story short, you know what the man did? He was upset. Be very careful, don't upset the man of God. I tell you guys all the time, whenever a man of God enter your house, look for something to give to them. Listen to me and listen very well. I don't care what religion that man of God belongs to. Don't be worried. Don't even say nothing. Just say, man of God, take this thing. God bless you, my son. God bless you, my daughter. God bless this home. You are receiving blessing. You never know who carry the power of God. The power of God look very weak. The man said, you know what happened? The dust, I'm going to call these animals from the bush. He called the lion, the sheep bear, the lion. They came and ate these 50 children. Oh my God. I said, what? You have to be very careful. Be very, very careful. Don't get discouraged. Are you hearing me? Don't ever get discouraged. Don't let anything discourage you. The God we are serving is a wonderful and awesome God. Chapter 12. These are the kings east of the Jordan River who had been killed by Israelites and whose land was taken. Their territory extended from the Arnon Gol to Mount Lebanon, including all the land east of the Jordan Valley. The king Sihon of the Amorites, who lived in Hezron, was defeated. His kingdom included Aram on the edge of the Arnon Gol and extended from the middle of the Arnon Gol to the Jabbok River, which served as border for the Ammonites. This territory included the southern half of the territory of Gilead. Sihon also controlled the Jordan Valley and region to the east, as far north as the Sea of Galilee, as far south as the Dead Sea, including the road of Beth Jesmoth, and southernward to the slope of Pisgah. King Og of Bashan, the last of the Rephaite, that is, the Rephaite are the giant, lived at Astaroth and Edrei. He ruled a territory stretching from Mount Hermon to Skelak in the north, and to all the Bashan in the east, and westward to the borders of the kingdom of Goshen and Micah. This territory included the northern half of Gilead as far as the boundary of King Sihon of Hezron. Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the Israelites had destroyed the people of King Sihon and King Og, and Moses gave their land as a possession to the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh. You know, Bible says the riches of the hidden is reserved for the righteous. Whatever you are going through, don't get discouraged. I like to listen to other men of God. You know, Jim Dawson is the only child, or he was the only child of the father and the mother. At a very young age, about 13 or 14, the boy wanted to show manhood. He started fighting with the mother. And the father used to preach from town to town, from place to place. And when the father came, the mother said, "Oh, you know what James did today? This boy was fighting with me." The father asked his son, "You know, when a child at that age, they think they have power, they can do anything to their father or their mother." The father was very upset. He said, "You know what happened? I think you are becoming bad because of the time you are." The father was actually an Assemblies of God pastor. The father went to the church and told them, "I'm resigning. I don't want to be pastor no more." He took the son and sold their home and went to far away to another remote area. And he told his son, "You're going to be here. All those your friends that are influencing you, I don't want you to see them." He said the father was there. The father now was preaching to less people. There was no money. There was no income. But the father bought a stock, just a few dollars, and just forget it and leave it there. What am I trying to say? Sometimes you may think your problem is bigger than you are. You look at the bigness of your problem. One day the father died. Pastor Marshall, it's not a good story. Death is not me. It's just going home. So don't be frightened. Don't get discouraged. I know nobody likes to die, but it's a way to go to home. So it was so sudden the man died, and the guy said he just finished his PhD in psychology, just got his job, and he was living in Los Angeles, and he was teaching in one of these universities, and just tried to do part-time job and try to survive with his wife, Shirley. All of a sudden, the responsibility is now left on him to take care of the mother. He said, "I don't even have the money to pay for my rent or to take care of my mother." And he came home and tried to search through everything the father had. When somebody is dead, now all the secrets are open. They try to search everything. To keep long story short, he said he finds stocks. He called his company and said, "How much does this certificate exist?" "Yes." "How much does it worth?" They told him, he said, "It worth X amount of dollars." He said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yes." Because the father lived very trivial life, very thrift life. He wasn't extravagant person. You know, men of God are very conservative in their money. Anyway, to keep long story short, he said the money was so much that he couldn't believe that the father had such money. Or the father may not even know that he has such money. Not that this modern age now you can check your certificate stock on the internet or see how much money you have in your account. Those days there was nothing like that. You had to call the company, they had to write to you or send you the statement. They have been sending the statement, the father never even take time to look at it. Anyway, he said he spent that money for the mother, even until the mother died, the money was in the account. So what am I trying to say here? Sometimes you may think you have a big problem, but God is working on your behalf. So don't get discouraged. So if you get discouraged, well, you're not trusting God. You know, Peter, they were worried about taxes with Jesus Christ. I said, "Oh my God, everybody have money problem." So Peter came to Jesus and said, "Master, it's time to pay tax, your IRS, April 15. Today is the last day, or tomorrow is going to be the last day. If we don't pay, we're going to be in serious trouble." Jesus said, "Okay, go to the sea. The first fish, open the mouth. There is gold there. Why the first fish? Why not the second fish? Why not the third fish?" Because he doesn't want Peter to get distracted. Say, just the first fish. Money is already in the mouth. Just open it and take the gold. Go and pay the tax for you and I. God can show you a small little secret. I don't know what you are going through. Don't get discouraged. Rather pray. Tell God, show me what to do. Put your confidence in God. You'll be very much surprised what God can do for you. May God help us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So don't look at the bigness of your problem. The children of Israel, I love them. They do not look at the number of army they are fighting against. They look at the bigness of the God they are serving. Don't look at the bigness of your problem. Look at the bigness of your God. Minimize your problem all the time. Everything you want to do, pray to God. Say, "God, help me. Give me the grace to do this thing." You'll be very much surprised what God can do for you. Verse 7 of chapter 12. Kings defeated west of the Jordan. The following is a list of the kings that Joshua and the Israelite armies defeated on the west side of the Jordan, from Baal-Gad in the valley of Lebanon to Mount Helek, which lead to Seir. Joshua gave this land to the tribe of Israel as their possession, including the hill country, the western hill country, the Jordan Valley, the Mount Slope, the Judean wilderness, and the Negev. The people who live in this region were the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. These are the kings Israel defeated. 32, there were 32 of the king of Jericho, the king of Ar, near Bethel, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jermon, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, the king of Gaza, the king of Deborah, the king of Gada, the king of Hama, the king of Arad, the king of Libnah, the king of Adullam, the king of Makada, the king of Bethel, the king of Topah, the king of Hebna, the king of Aphek, the king of Lashon, the king of Madon, the king of Hazor, the king of Shemon, Meron, the king of Ashpher, the king of Tasher, the king of Medego, the king of Kadesh, the king of Jemon in Carmel, the king of Don in the town of Nephodor, the king of Jerum in Gegal, the king of Taza. In all, 31 kings were defeated. Don't look at the multitude. The multitude doesn't have power because we know who controls everything, our God. May God help us in Jesus' name. So when you put your confidence in God, don't worry your problem. I don't know what you are going through, whatever challenges you may be facing. The God we serve is awesome, is mighty, is powerful, is greater and bigger than all the problems you can think about. So sometimes we minimize the God we serve and maximize the power of Satan. Satan doesn't have power. I tell people all the time. You know, when I hear some pastors say, the king, this war has been given to Satan, I say, who give it to him? I don't know who gave it to Satan. And the Bible I'm reading doesn't show me that God is in charge of this war. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God, and the same became flesh and dwelt among men. And the same Word ruled this world we are in today through the human agent, you and I. But if you don't understand, you say, oh, you know what happened? This word belongs to Satan. Oh, no, not my territory. It doesn't belong to Satan. Don't let no man deceive you. Don't let all these people who call themselves the merchandise of the gospel, they are antichrist. They have been there from the beginning. They are still there today. They were part of us. As I said before, they hijacked the gospel and they turned into profit. And they think that profit is a gain. If you're a Christian, you have to dress well, you have to ride a private jet, you have to dress the best car, and they are messing around with women, they are doing prostitution, they are doing drugs, they are doing stupid things in the name of Christ. They don't belong to us. I say it all the time, I say it again, and I will say it again. So don't be discouraged by what they are preaching. He said, we brought nothing into this world. It is certain we are going to leave this world with nothing. So we should be content with what we have. So don't let other people discourage you. They want to think, oh, you know what happened? To dress well is godliness. They wear this big hair tie. I'm looking at WhatsApp. I say, what is this? What is this? What is going on? What is this? They think they're in the church. They wear this big hair tie. They dress. I say, what is this? What is this? Where does this one come from? You don't be discouraged by what they are wearing. Neither should let them intimidate you. Because they're not part of us. If they were part of us, they would have known godliness is to take care of the poor, the orphan, the widow, who are poor and orphan indeed. Not to show the wealth that is demonic. James said, if you say your brother is poor and you refuse to help him, what type of God are you serving? Your brother is in a need. You are trying to merchandise him for profit because he comes to your church. I was talking to his sister. He said, oh, he came to my house. He go to one of these church that are full here. They're everywhere in this Dallas Fort Worth. They're in every corner. He said, Pastor, what you are doing right now, you can charge people 500. There's people who are doing this in my church. I said, but if I have charged you 500, will you have come to my house? He said, no, I don't think so. I said, okay. That's why I don't charge people, because it's not about money. He said, there are people in my church, that's what they are doing. They just print card, tell people I can write resume for you, I can cancel you on your money, on your resume, on your career and everything. He said, you do more than they are doing. They are charging a lot of money. He said, it's a business, they are doing it. So you can do the same thing. I said, I cannot. I'm not called for that. I'm only just using some business experience I have. If you're looking for a job, I can help you with your resume, I can counsel you. If you have money problem, I can help you to make your credit score to be okay and to be able to pay less bills and everything. I can show you how to manage your money. He said, this is a very good business, Pastor. I said, I am not a businessman. I don't want to be. I have an MBA, but that's not what I'm called to do. I'm called to preach the gospel without profit. See, you are very different. You're not like one of those people. I say, I'm not. I am not. May God help us in Jesus' name. We have to be very careful that we don't let these people discourage us. We have to be very careful. We brought nothing to this world. We're going to go with nothing. So don't let your problem overwhelm you. Neither should you be discouraged with your problem. Put your confidence in the Almighty God. The God we serve is awesome. He knows how to take care of his own people. I say that all the time. I don't care what you are going through. Just relax. Just relax. You'll be all right. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. If God does not bless you, God will bless your children. You know, the promised land, Abraham never inherited the promised land. Isaac never inherited the promised land. Jacob never inherited the promised land. Even Moses didn't even enter the promised land. But generation later, they inherited the promised land. These are the great-grandchildren of Abraham. They now inherited the promised land. So Abraham was never discouraged. Abraham never said, God, you promised me I'm going to have the inheritance, have promised land. Here I am right now, I'm dying. That's not it. No. He looked forward to a city whose builder and maker is God, and a city without foundation, New Jerusalem. That's what we are looking forward to. When I look at the old apostles, I'm surprised. They were not building their kingdom on earth. I try to teach my children, I say, look at how the old people live. But today, it's something like that. But they were so antichrist. Who go into the houses, they were having sex with women, they were teaching Bible for profit, they were doing bad things, they think they are Christian. They wear gorgeous clothes, and they think that was Christianity. Peter said, no, that's not Christianity. Not worldly apparel, but to serve God with the pure conscience in your heart. That's true Christianity. May God help us in Jesus' name. When Joshua was an old man, I like that. He was an old man. We are all going to get old one day. The Lord said to him, you are growing old, and much land remains to be conquered. This is the territory that remains, all the region of the Philistines and the Geshurites, and the larger territory of the Canaanites, extended from the stream of Sihon on the border of Egypt, northward to the boundary of Ekron. It includes the territory of the 5 Philistines, rulers of Gaza, Ashdod, Ascalon, Gath, and Ekron. The land of the Avite in the south also remained to be conquered. In the north, the following area has yet been conquered: all the land of the Hittites, including Marin, which belongs to the Sidonia, stretching forward to the Aphek on the border of the Amorite, and the land of the Gilite, and all the Lebanon mountain area to the east, from the Bergad below Mount Hermon to Lebo Hermon, and all the hill country from Lebanon to Miss Herod name, all including all the land of the Sidonia. I myself will drive these people out of the land ahead of the Israelites. So be sure to give this land to Israel as a special possession, just as I have commanded you. Include all this territory as Israel's possession when you divide this land among the 9 tribes and half tribe of Manasseh. May God help us in Jesus' name. Amen. You know what I like there? He said, I myself, God himself is going to be one who will go ahead of you and fight for you. I don't know what battle you are facing right now, what challenges, wherever you are, anywhere on the face of the earth, as you are hearing this word. I don't know what you are going through. But let me assure you, brothers and sisters, as a servant of God, the Lord himself will fight for you. The Lord himself will give you victory. The Lord himself will fight against your enemy. And the Lord himself will destroy them. The possession you are looking for, the land you are looking for, the success you are looking for, God himself will give it to you. Just relax. Relax and don't be afraid. Don't worry. So may God help us in Jesus' name. That's what God himself said. You are getting old, but don't get discouraged. Sometimes when you are getting old, they call it a middle age crisis. At this time, Joshua was about 100 years old. But God said, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes when you are getting old, you say, oh, I'm supposed to have this thing. I'm supposed to have that. I'm supposed to have it, but I'm not having it. What is going on? The Lord said, don't get discouraged. Just relax. Have the tribe of Manasseh and the tribe of Reuben and Gad have already received their grant of land on the east side of the Jordan. For Moses, the servant of the Lord, had previously assigned this land to them. Your mate may have gotten everything they already want. Don't get discouraged. Your time is coming. That's what I tell people all the time. I say, don't worry. We all have our time. Life is a cycle. Anybody that is the director today is going to leave that position. You can become that director tomorrow. So just be very patient. Serve God. Relax. Don't be afraid. Don't get discouraged. Whatever you are doing, do it very well. Be where you are now. Be successful. God is planning for you. One thing I like, you see, when we are speaking in tongues, the devil is confused. God is planning you for something. Whatever you are doing, do it very well. Don't be in a rush. There are people who want to get their riches that God set for them for 30 years to get it today. He said, riches gained quickly, inheritance gained quickly, become a curse at the end. That's exactly what my father told me. So when you see a young man who becomes so rich, the young man doesn't last. He will die so quick. So don't be in a rush to become rich. So just relax. Your time will come. Their territory extends from Aaron to the edge of the Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge, to the plain beyond Medeba, as far as Dibon. It also includes all the towns of King Sihon of Amorite, who had reigned in Hebron and extended as far as the border of Ammon. It included Gilead, the territory of the kingdom of Goshen and Micah, all of Mount Hermon, all of Bashan, as far as Shekah, and all the territory of King Og of Bashan, who had reigned in Asherod and Eder. King Og was the last of the Rephathite. The Rephathite was the giant. For Moses had attacked them and driven them out, but the Israelites failed to drive out the people of Gosh and Micah, so they continue to live among the Israelites to this day. When you live among your enemy, they can corrupt you. That's what the Bible is trying to make us here. Moses did not assign any lot of land to the tribe of Levi. Instead, as the Lord had promised them, the allotment came from the offering born on the altar to the Lord, the God of Israel. That's what's supposed to be today. A lot of pastors, they are not making themselves rich in the expense of the other people. The pastor is supposed to just have the barest minimum to take care of himself and be comfortable, but not in luxury. Supposed to take care of other people. Moses has assigned the following land to the clan of the tribe of Reuben. Their territory extends from Arnon to the edge of the Arnon Gog, including the town in the middle of the Gog, to the plain beyond Medeba. It included Hezbon, the other towns in the plain, Dibon, Bemont, Bel, Beth-Bel, Meron, Jezer, Kademot, Mesha, Karijem, Shema, Zerah-Samba, on the hill above the valley, Beth-Peor, the slope of Pisgah, and Beth-Jesmot. The land of Reuben also includes all the towns of the plain and the entire kingdom of Sihon. Sihon was the Amorite king who had reigned in Hezron and was killed by Moses along with the leaders of Midian, Eve, Rechem, Zu, Hor, and Reba, princes living in the region, who were allied with Sihon. The Israelites had also killed Basham, a son of Bepor, who used magic. Remember Bepor? To tell the future. The Jordan River marked the western boundary for the tribe of Reuben. The towns and their surrounding villages in this area were given as a homeland to the clan of the tribe of Reuben. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Gad. Their territory includes Gezer, all the towns of Gilead, half of the land of Anon, as far as the town of Aaron, just west of Ribah. It extended from Hezbron to Ramon Mizpah and Bethmi, and from Mahanaim to the territory of Ladoba, in the valley where Beth Haram, Beth Nimrah, Shukor, Sophron, and the rest of the kingdom of Sihon of Hezbon. The west boundary ran along the Jordan River, extended as far as the tip of the Sea of Galilee, and then turned eastward. The towns and their surrounding villages in this area were given as homeland to the clan of the tribe of Gad. The land given to the half tribe of Manasseh, as Moses had assigned the